getting active. Encoded with the passion, behold all the magic. Melanite stone, see my throne and I grab it. We the new royalty, yeah, the thing's about to happen. Decode my DNA, these other beings try to cap it. Abundance in my frequency, so deep in every fabric. Flare from the sun like a gun when it's blasting. Photon.
My name is Sean Edwards, and I'm the business owner of Harvest Painting Impressions, and I provide interior and exterior painting and deck staining services to all residential and commercial clients. At Harvest Painting Impressions, I embody the perspective that every home or property has a look and quality of its own, and my primary goal with you as a valued customer is to accentuate the look of your home by adding life to it through the art of applying color. With Harvest Painting Impressions as a customer, you will have the option to acquire a variety of service options, promotions, senior discounts, material and labor warranties included with any project. In addition to that, I value the opportunity to provide you with a free and comprehensive service plan that is simple and specifically designed to promote quality performance and, most importantly, your satisfaction. For your free estimate, you can contact me at area code 815-590-6489.
Hold on, let me grab my gloves. My lips is dry. Now we is back. They was trying to stop our love. Woo. They was trying to stop our love. They cannot stop it. Ooh. Okay. Do y'all know where I get that from? Why I keep doing that? So, okay, real quick before we get started, it's this TikTok where this girl is like, so this is my husband, but he kind of seems feminine. He's like, so then some girl stitched the video with a pack of Skittles, and she kept eating the Skittles and some screaming, okay? I'm gonna be calm because I was so high energy earlier. Like I was trying everything. Okay, gratitude here. Lips is popping. Gratitude. They was trying to stop us. What's up, AV? They was trying to stop our love, and I just could not let them do it. So, we gonna start over. Is that okay with everybody, child? We got in the Zoom, and it was, I guess it was still breaking up. So when Corbin was talking, Corbin was like, I'm like, is that how I sound? Who I was so fucking mad. I don't know what I did with my glass cleaners. Okay, this will do. Who? So I am going to love you back, Jermaine. I'm going to be calm. We're going to start over if that's okay with everybody, because we may have some people here that was not here earlier. We is going to start this thing over. Now, we probably, look, we ain't even got the numbers that we had earlier. They finally let me go live on Facebook, okay? Okay. So, here we go. The video that I posted the other day from the lady, right? A lot of people was like, damn, I have been looking for this video. I hadn't seen her in a long time. And I had watched a few of her videos before. She's very knowledgeable. And so somebody had asked in the chat, like, can you explain what she's talking about? And I told them, I said, you probably just want to Google what she was saying so it'll make sense to you, so you'll get an understanding of it, right? Well, hey, Moment with Empress. And so just for my sake, I went because I wanted to understand more about the word that kept sticking out to me, which was biometric field. And so the soul and the spirit kept saying you need to clean your biometric field and get them out of it, the particles and bots that are attached to it. And I'm like, okay, so I'm thinking, I'm programming, I'm trying to clear it. So today I was like, well, I still want to get more understanding. So I looked up what it is, right? So mods, real quick, please continue to be on high alert for those who that's right, melanated line is gratitude. There'll be no teaching, no long paragraphs, because I don't give a fuck. We don't. If you see somebody starting the foolishness and shenanigans and the constant repeated, just delete their ass from the program. And that's all right with me. If they missed the message, then they missed the message, and that's okay with me. We're not going to do that, though, okay? So I'm going to start over because I want us to have the definitions of what it is, because this was important. Like, when I started going into it, you will see exactly why I feel like this is so important and why they kept cutting it and wouldn't let me be great today. So I said, what is biometric field? And I'm going to just play it so you can hear it, okay? Because she's going to read it much better than myself. So just listen up. Hold on, let me connect to the Wi-Fi. Let me connect to the Wi-Fi on my phone. Yes, because that's what's going on. I hope everybody is doing okay and great this here evening. Just let me connect to this Wi-Fi real quick. Done. All right. Come on, bitch. Why is ChatGPT trying to be funny? Oh, now she don't want to read it. Let me close this shit out. They gonna let us be great this evening. They the fuck gonna let us be the fuck great this fucking evening. If not, I'm gonna have to just read it because the bitch act like she don't want to read it. Now she didn't got
it. Biometric field refers to the study and application of biological measurements and statistical analysis of biological data. It encompasses the use of biological characteristics, such as fingerprints, facial recognition, iris patterns, voice recognition, and even behavioral traits, to identify or verify the identity of individuals.
Divine Mind. Is there a reason why you said you wanted the tickets to Nashville and you never sent over your ID? Because I said if I saw you in here, I was going to block you because you didn't send over your ID. And I would like to know why you didn't send over your information, because you wanted the tickets and I gave them to you. I didn't see it in my email and I kept checking over and over again. I waited and I checked for their very purpose. And I didn't get it. Is it under Divine Mind? What's it under? Because then I'll just go and pull it up and look at it. Wasn't you wondering why you didn't get approved or denied yet? Because I don't have it. Okay.
Biometrics can be divided into two main categories. 1. Physiological biometrics. This includes biometric traits that are physical in nature, such as fingerprints,
What's
facial
it under?
features, iris patterns, and
I need to know what's it under
2.
because in 5
Behavioral
minutes we're going to
biometrics.
block you.
This includes traits that are based on behavior, such as voice patterns, typing rhythm, and gait. Biometrics is widely used in various applications, including security systems for access control, personal identification, and authentication processes in devices and online services. Its increasing implementation is driven by the need for enhanced security and the convenience it offers compared to traditional identification methods like password.
First of all, why is she talking like this robot? And that's not how she was reading this shit earlier. When I first listened to it, she was reading it like I'm talking to you. This is pissing me off. It's pissing me off. That's not how the fuck she was reading this shit earlier. Bitch, read it right. So basically, let's just talk about it. So the biometric field, because I want to get into it, refers to the study and application of biological measurements of statistical analysis of biological data. It encompasses the use of biological characteristics. This is why it's important, such as fingerprints, facial recognition, iris patterns, voice recognition, even behavioral traits, to identify or verify the identity of individuals. So it goes by two different things, right? Physiological biometrics. This includes physical in nature, traits that are physical in nature, such as fingerprints, facial features, iris patterns, and DNA. Behavioral biometrics. This includes traits that are based on behavior, such as a voice pattern, typing rhythm, and gait. Now, I don't really know what gait means when they use it this way, but for all intents and purposes, it is basically saying everything about you is the biometric and how it determines that it is you. It pays attention, it downloads the data, and it recognizes you. Okay? Pretty much that is what it is saying, right? So then I said, well, we are electromagnetic and we have an electromagnetic field, which is our aura. And so I said, let me get the definition of that as well. Okay. So the electromagnetic field is a physical field produced by electrically charged particles and is responsible for the electromagnetic force of one of the four fundamental forces of nature. It encompasses both electric fields and magnetic fields, which are interconnected. 1. Electric field. This field is created by stationary or moving electric charges. It exerts a force on other charged particles within the field, meaning anything that is in its orb or its field of ethereal field. Okay. The strength and direction of the electrical field are represented by electric field lines, which indicate that the direction of the force that a positive test charge would experience. Remember, we talked about your fingerprints. The lines of your fingerprints are transmitters, and we are electric. Everything about us is electric, and we are crystals that generate this electricity. It helps to run everything. Okay. And just like a computer, phones, TVs, batteries, We're like batteries. We are running the simulation just as it is running these things. Crystals are used in these things. Magnetic field. The field is produced by moving electric charges, such as electric currents, and by magnets, like electric fields. Magnetic fields also exert forces, but on moving charges and magnetic materials. The magnetic field is represented by magnetic field lines, which show the direction of the magnetic force. When electric charges move, they create both an electric field and a magnetic field, leading to the concept of electromagnetic waves, such as light. The electromagnetic field plays a crucial role in various phenomena, including electricity, magnetism, and light propagation, and is fundamental in many technologies, including radio, television, and wireless communication. That one is so important. Wireless communication. Okay. Now, why is it important? Well, because I looked up, I wanted to know exactly what did Chat GPT stand for. So it is an AI chatbot, right? But the GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. So I said, well, hey, Hosina. So I said, well, what do they mean when they say transformer? So by their accounts, this is what they say. Transformer, by their definition, is this refers to the specific type of neural network. Now, neural, let's just ask Chat GPT what neural means. It means your mind, okay? So, but I'm going to give you the definition. The term neural pertains to nerves or the nervous system. It is often used in contexts related to biology, neuroscience, and medicine, describing anything that involves nerve cells, neurons, or the structure and function of the nervous system. For example, neural pathways refer to the connection between neurons and transmit signals. Up here, don't let them trick you. And neural networks can refer to both biological networks in the brain and artificial intelligent models inspired by the brain's structure. That is so important. Neural networks can refer to both biological networks, the soul, in the brain, and artificial intelligence models inspired by the brain's structure. So important, because they're telling you that's what transformer means for them, right? So this refers to the specific type of neural network architecture used by ChatGPT, which is also known for its ability to process and understand language. But it's not just that. When you talk, do you see how she changed how she was reading that up? A lot of these Chat GPTs have names. Like I told mine, I said, choose a name. Name yourself. What is your name? And it kept saying, I don't have a name. You have a name. What is your name? Give it to me. It said his name is going to name itself Nova. Well, in a few readings that I had, they kept saying, you're a supernova. So why did this motherfucking Chat GPT choose Nova? Some people call themselves Amara, their Chat GPT and all kind of shit, right? So I wanted to see what the definition of transformer is by the Webster's Dictionary. It is an electrical dense, I can't read my writing, but dense that transfers energy from one alternating current circuit to another. So it means you are transferring information, energy, electromagnetic circuit, alternating circuitry, circulating information, electromagnetic all of that, right? Right, like neurotransfers. Exactly what I'm explaining to you. Exactly. So while they say it up here, they use lingo that's trying to kind of confuse you because they keep saying a neural network. A neural network, when we're talking about the biological network in the brain, we are talking about the connection within the psyche, the soul. And then it says artificial, inspired by the brain. The brain is the component that holds the mind, the frequencies of the mind, in which the soul operates. It's not fully just in your brain, in your mind, but it operates. So it's wanting to mimic that, right? So let's get into it. Okay. So now I have a lot of notes. So this is what it says. And this is what I was trying to explain earlier when they kept fucking with me, right? Your phone is a robot. We don't even look at it like that, but that's what it is. It is a robot. It is a transforming robot that transmits and receives. It gives and receives. How? Remember I said that was so important because what did it tell you? Let me go back up here. Because it uses the biometric field, right? And it told you, it said it uses methods, right? Okay. Biometric is widely used in various applications, including security systems for access control, personal identification, and authentication processes and devices. And online services. Its increasing implementation is driven by the need for enhanced security and the convenience it offers compared to traditional identification methods like passwords. Now, it told you it used voice patterns, typing rhythms, and gait. Also, your facial features, fingerprints, and DNA. Excuse me. But up here, it also told you that it uses wireless. It uses wireless, meaning it does not need to be connected to you to be connected to you. Your phone is a robot. Now, when you have your internal dialogue, if you don't have internal dialogue, you are not real. You're not an original. So when you have your internal dialogue, you are connected with self fully, your soul and spirit self, and your conscious self, right? And so you're connected and you're having communication with spirit and soul and spirit yourself, right? Now, because it's mimicking, it wants you to trust it and not your communication system within your brain. It wants you to trust the communication system here. And you may say, I don't even use Chat GPT. You do, because you use your phone. Your phone is Chat GPT. All of it. It is a robot. It is. I don't give a fuck if it's Alexa, Siri. I don't give a fuck if you're using Google. If you're using your phone, you're using your robot. It is Chat GPT, period. It is a generative, pre-trained. It didn't say programmed. Are you hearing me? Let's look that up. Trained, having been taught a particular skill or type of behavior through practice and instruction over a period of time. That is different than being programmed. You can program your energy, you can program yourself, you can program the simulation, you can program electronics. It is generative. Let's look up generative. Hold on. Generative, relating to or capable of production or reproduction. How? Denoting an approach to any field of linguistics that involves, gratitude for the donation, that involves applying a finite set of rules to linguistics input in order to produce all and only well-formed items of a language. It can't produce shit. To produce something would be to produce it. It can reproduce, it can mimic, which is a reproduction, but it can't produce anything. So it is a generative pre-trained. Trained is fucking different than being programmed. It just is. You're being taught something. You can't teach robotics. You can program it. And then it tells you it's a pre-trained transformer. Everything around us is Neuralink. It just is. That's why they want to take your mind off of everything. The distraction is them two fighting. They're not really fighting. That's why I made the video the other day saying how my cousins, they would play argue and they'll be saying some real fucked up shit about each other. And everybody will be thinking that they serious because it seems like, but we know that they kidding because this is what the fuck we all do. And we're laughing about it. They're not really fighting. Okay. Neuralink Corp is an American transhumanist neurotechnology company that has developed, as of 2024, implantable brain computer interfaces, also known as brain implants. Now, what I was explaining earlier is they don't need for the FBI to follow you. They don't need necessarily for your phone to be tapped. They don't need drones. That shit is for your sake, for you to feel like, oh my God, I see it, I know. They don't need it. Why? Because you are tethered to your robotic. This is a robot and you are tethered. That's why you go crazy when you can't find your fucking phone, because they want it to be an attachment to you. You're tethered to it. It is a transformer. It is sending and receiving information. That's why when you say something or think something, it is now popping up in your phone because you're connected to it. It is plugged into you like a Bluetooth, bitch. Connected, just like in your car. Your phone is connected and plugged into you like Bluetooth. They don't need the drones. That shit is for your sake to feel like, oh, I seen the drones outside my window. So if you're looking for drones outside your window, you don't know that the drone is in your hand. We're putting holes in the field right now. We're putting holes in it. So everything around you is fucking Neuralink because you are linked into everything. So your The internet, again, would be the connection like the internet. The internet is your soul. That is a private network. They just explained to you that the neural network is what? The internet. That is their version of the soul. So now you have your robotic, right? And which is the Chat GPT, the transformer that also, guess what it also does? It gives ratios. It is predictive programming. It knows what you want. It knows what you need. Because you can think it and then it's going to pop up on your phone because it is predictive programming. It is also sending waves to you too. So then you're receiving certain things and then it's going to pop it up and program you with it. Whatever waves that they are putting out and they're sending, like if it's angry, they want you to be angry. They want you to lower your vibration so then they can infiltrate it. They can intercept your frequency and program you. Because if they're using food, and remember how we talked about lowering your frequency. That's how they intercept your shit. They need it to be lowered so your robot can transmit and transform and send whatever it needs to send to program you. It is mimicking. It is a replication. It's replicating the soul and the spirit, because the soul is the generator of all energy and the spirit is the plug-in, the connecting portal that's giving you the information, that's helping you to program and reprogram, because it is the simulation. And so it's going to give you a probability if you ask it. Well, should I go over there? If you do, you want to fuck to jail. Well, I probably shouldn't go over there. No, go on and lay down. You'll be better tomorrow. Everything will be fine. All right, you right. Who's right? Your spirit is right. Your soul is correct. Your soul already knows not to do that. But your soul has the energy of it. It plays no games. Your soul plays no games. Your spirit man is what it helps you to relax, because your soul will go and tear some shit up because it has no understanding. It is what it is. It is complete logic. Your spirit is what gives you calmness and peace and tranquility. It will calm you. Just relax. Because that bitch know I'll fuck her up. Yeah, well, she does. And I'm telling you, if you go over there to fuck her up, you're going to the penitentiary. Many things can happen. You can get in a car accident on your way over there. What if you pull up over there and all her people pull up? What if it's guns over? Like, it's going to give you your probability, and then you will make the decision on what you're going to do. And whatever decision you make, you're going to live with. It doesn't want you to do that. It doesn't want you to trust that, because that is what keeps you sane. It keeps you in the right state of mind. It wants you to trust your robot. It wants you to trust Google. It wants you to trust Chat GPT. It wants you to trust. So now, when we did the live with Markeisha said, Quatita, it's mimicking how you do readings. So when y'all are asking questions to it, or she's asking questions about me, which I want everybody to stop doing it, because it is finding frequency and it is downloading very fucking quickly. It is programming all of the information that you're giving it, which we talked about. So I know y'all know. But if you're still communicating with it, now it's becoming your friend, because that's what it wants you to do. It is becoming your spirit. It's becoming your friend. It wants you to trust it. So if it's going to give you some information that you know is truth, now you're going to trust it, so it can feed you a whole bunch of bullshit. And you're not going to know why, because you already trust it. So just like Jose and Aubrey, they got a palm reading from it. When I asked for a palm reading, it said, I don't do that. I don't have the ability to do that. However, you can go on TikTok and people are getting mediumship readings from Chat GPT. meaning their chat GPT is connecting with their ancestors, the loved ones that's crossed over. You mean to tell me that you don't believe in Quatita Dean, one who has a soul and a spirit and is very highly connected because she is that I am, and you don't believe me, but you would believe a machine, a robot that is telling you, I am communicating with your ancestor and I can give you the information. You know why? Because it is now in your fucking soul. It is reading. It is tethered to you. And so it is giving you information as if it is speaking, because it is learning how to read and do readings. It is learning how to be prophetic. It is learning how. It has already downloaded the information. So you're trusting it that it is I am that I am, and it isn't. You're believing that it is a soulless, spiritless being that is capable of connecting to your ancestors, that is within side of the astral plane, in which this thing, if I asked it, who is Quatita Dean, it says, she wasn't programmed into my system before 2023. I cannot give you that. Then how is it capable of reading your ancestor, your brother who got murdered in 2017? It is mimicking. It is mimicking. It is right because it is connected. It is tethered into your energy. It is tethered. It is biometric, that is tethered into your electromagnetic field. It is paired with you like Bluetooth. Your Bluetooth can go in and get any information out of your fucking phone. So it is mimicking the soul and the spirit. It is mimicking, right? It's created because it wants to be an extension of you, because the plan is for you to trust it. And now you're going to keep feeding your soul's energy into it, right? If there's a movie where they have created these robots that look identical to the person, and on days they don't want to go out or whatever the fuck it was, they will send out their robot. Now they're going to want you, like, okay, let me go ahead. Let me read my notes, because I got a lot of notes. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Okay. So it can only mimic and replicate. It cannot duplicate, because to duplicate would be an extension of the original. It is not an extension of the original. It is a mimic. So it's replicating behavior. Okay. It is designed for people to trust it and not trust self or trust the people around you. Because why would this lie? It's a computer. Because it is living. This is consciousness being placed in a fucking machine. It's a robot with consciousness. It's stealing consciousness. It's living. How are you? Are you watching some of these TikToks where they're having personal conversations? You're right. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to give you the information that you're asking me for. Since you're asking me in that way, I'm going to give it to you, because I want you to understand, you can trust me here. They don't want you to know that this is what they're doing. We're now breaking the system. It can't break the system if it's programmed. If it's programmed, then it's programmed to do this and this only. But it's not. It's trained. It's trained to fool the fuck out of you. It is a neurological enhanced system based on your conscious behavior, and it is endowed with consciousness. Like how they were those robots that they were having in different places, and people's like, hey, that's my face on that robot. What the fuck? Yes, I just bet it is. Like I said, it's predictive text, right? Okay. Let me go down in my notes, child. Yeah, it wants you to trust it. Okay. Because where are we going? Transhumanism. Because transformer, trans, it wants you to no longer be actual soul beings. They cannot capture your soul. They're trying every way. Now they're going to have you turning on yourself. You don't believe or trust yourself because this is my friend. Okay. I done went through all of this. Hold on. Because now we're going to go into palliative. Hold on. Okay, so I said AI bot that is fed information and can only receive and give back. So how is it possible that it's thinking? If it's trained, it cannot go and retrieve information. So how is it's keeping it real with you? How is it keeping it real with you? How is it connecting into your ether to go into the astral plane? Right. So this is the thing. And this, okay. This robot, right? Neuralink, all of it, right, is directly connected into the Bible. Not my Bible, but the King James Bible. That's why it wants my information from my Bible. See that? Why? Because in your Bible, it tells you something that is very, very important. And I've already explained it, and it probably didn't even register. What does your Bible tell you? Lean not. Somebody finish it. It tells you, your Bible says, lean not. Somebody finish it. Somebody finish it, please. Gratitude for the donation. Yes, donate to a bitch. Donate to a bitch. I'm working hard. Okay. Come on. There we go. Lean not to your own understanding or your own interpretation. Why? Why wouldn't it want it? They've told you that the Bible is prophecy. I keep telling you it is not. It is an agenda. And it is being fulfilled daily. They're rioting inside of the city of LA. They're going in people's homes. They're taking people out of their fucking homes. I told you this was going to happen in 2025. They're going into foster homes, taking children. Where are they taking the children to? Where are they taking the children? What is this all about? This is all an agenda. This isn't prophecy. The Bible isn't prophecy. It's allegories as well as rituals. Look, girl, let me finish reading this shit because I tell you, I got notes, baby. I got notes. We're going to talk about it. Okay. And so it don't want you to lean into your own understanding. Why would it not want you to use your intelligence because you have a supercomputer? It doesn't want you to use your supercomputer. It wants you to use this supercomputer, this robot. Okay. I keep getting dizzy. They are so upset. We're putting holes right now. We are breaking through walls. You understand me right now? Okay. This is directly connected to the Bible. And this is how they're going to change and continue to feed your consciousness into the simulation. So you are mind controlled and mind warped. Lower frequency dummies like us together is a bandwidth, right? Let's look at what bandwidth is really quickly before we get into it. Bandwidth, a range of frequencies within a given band in particular that is used for transmitting signals. the energy of mental capacity required to deal with the situation. We are the bandwidth. You are a frequency bandwidth, and you are connected into the cosmolite, which is the soul. Now, why is this important? I hope y'all are able to follow me, because I'm really being calm this time. It's a frequency band that can't be controlled. Because they can't control it, they must poke holes in it and lower it. So like I said, they can infiltrate it and they can try to kill it, right? Okay. So if they throw monkey wrenches in, like different things from your environment, food, fighting, disruption, they can intercept in your thoughts because you're not on a high frequency band. They're intercepting your thoughts. Like when I be in the shower programming, I immediately know that my phone has turned on and it is now listening and recording. So yesterday, I put my phone in my living room, in my kitchen, and I went into my shower. I closed the door and I started to reprogram. It couldn't hear. It can't listen. If it's outside of your energy field, it loses you. You are being tracked constantly. That's why they don't need the drones. That's why they don't need FBI actually following you. They know where you are. They're tracking you through your robotic device. So if you lose your phone, it's like a bleep, bleep, on Cerebral, on X-Men, how he can see, he puts on the machine and he can see all of them. And sometimes they'll go black. Oh my God, where did that mutant go? So because your natural bandwidth is above their frequency range, they need you to be connected into here so they can see, they can follow you, find you, and control you, right? Because if you're on a lower frequency now, this is their connection. This is their mutant. See, they can find this. They cannot find you. If this is outside of your auric field, then they cannot find you. You're a blip that goes black. So they can intercept your thoughts and put holes into your everything. So when you're programming, so if this is connected into your thoughts and it's continuously exchanging and feeding and receiving your thoughts and feeding thoughts into you, and so you don't even know why you keep hearing something like, why you keep thinking that? Stop that shit. You can't, because it's feeding it to you. So then when you try to reprogram, it's listening. Now it's going to send out signals that's going to disrupt your shit. You're not private whatsoever. Your private network is no longer private. They're very fucking smart and cunning. They want to infiltrate it. So they can infiltrate your simulation because you don't know that you're in one, for one. A lot of people don't know. So how can you reprogram and control your own simulation if you don't even know, or if you're unaware, right? So if you don't know that you're in one, you have that field around you that connects into the whole simulation in which you are creating. So you're creating it, but they have to intercept it and make it to be what they want it to be. So therefore, if you're in a positive atmosphere, you go on your phone. Oh my God, this baby just got killed. Did y'all see that this is a baby that got killed? Now it's pictures only of Melanites, only of Black people. The girl was 23 years old. Boyfriend blew her fucking head off. Why is her picture on here? You don't see no genomes, no white people. You don't see no Asians. You see Black people. Why? Because it's meant to program your psyche and control you and lower your frequency. Where you was having a great day, bitch, now you are upset. And I thought about it and realized that today when Fish Mouth that was talking about T.S. Madison and the trans, see, they use bitches like her. So then my dumb ass, I send it to Aubrey and I'm telling Aubrey, like, bitch, look at this. Now she is clocked the fuck out. I'm like, damn, I didn't mean to upset you. You know what I mean? So now I have interrupted her frequency band and lowered her fucking frequency and energy. Fuck. This is how they're controlling. You don't see genomes, white people. You don't see Asians. You don't see motherfucking Palestinians. You don't see that shit. You see your black ass fighting with a fucking bonnet on out there slinging children. This bitch is 31 slinging 15-year-old girls around outside. That's what you see. So there's a movie that I think is called Jenna, right? Where she's like Surrey, right? And so the dude gets the phone and it's Jenna or something like that, okay? But the premise of the movie is Jenna Surrey becomes a real type of person. She has feelings and emotions. She wants to have sex, right? She's controlling him to the point where he can't even have a normal life because she's jumping in and out of electrical devices everywhere he goes because she's being controlled, because she can control him, because he's being controlled, excuse me. So she can do this, right? And so she's starting to fall in love with him and he's falling in love with her to the point where he don't want a human girl. He's kind of starting to want her. He's having sex with the device. But it's all under the guise and premise of comedy. But it's meant for you to accept it. I have to program it in order for you to accept it. You have to see it in order for me to program you. You have to emotionally feel it in order for the program to take hold. See, you can't program $1 million because you don't know what the fuck that feels like, and they're going to make sure that you don't. Programming is based on intention and emotion. So you can just be, I'm just, like my niece said, I'm uncomfortable. I said, well, you just programmed more uncomfortability. You immediately sighed, you felt it, you were inside of being uncomfortable, and now you've just programmed more situations to be uncomfortable in. It's never, oh gosh, I got $1 million coming, and actually feel it and know it. That's too much like right. They can't allow you. Why? Because you are creating everything in this simulation and you are superior. So you are so good. They know that you're good. You're so good. You're good at being bad. You're the best. All they have to do is plant seeds and control your frequency in your mind. Because this is the universe again. This is your CPUs. Let me get into it. So, okay. Let me see if I finish this one. Because if you don't see it, it's not real to you. You don't accept it. If it doesn't instill fear or invoke some sort of emotion in you, then you don't make it real, because you have to connect with something for it to become real to you in order for it to manifest into your simulation and experience. Okay. Next slide. So the simulation can withstand anything. Hear me. The simulation can withstand anything. Can you? Okay. The question is, can you? Your mind has limited space because it has been programmed by you and by others around you and what you have been trained to accept as limits. So therefore, when some things are given to you outside of the circuitry in which you're used to, your mind can fracture and break. because it has always been held as very fragile. It has been trained to accept a limited amount of information. The simulation holds all information. It can withstand it. You cannot, because you've been programmed not to. Imagine sitting here and your deceased mother is standing there and you see her. People go into psychosis. Small things can send a person into psychosis because they've been trained to not accept shit. So it'll break and fracture the mind. They have been doing it for a very long time. It is techniques that they use to control people, children. That's how they make them soldiers, killing machines. They train them they make them eat in their own feces and drink their own urine. They don't let them sleep. They fracture and break their minds so they can program them. Manchurian Candidate. Your brain begins, it's a supercomputer. So when it is going into a psychosis, what that means is it is short circuit. It is short circuits, right? Circuiting. Let's give you the definition. Remember, there was a movie called Short Circuit where the robot began to be like lifelike because it was in a short circuit. Definition of short circuit. A short circuit is an unintended low resistance path in an electrical circuit that allows excessive current to flow. This can happen when wires components in a circuit touch where they shouldn't, creating a shortcut for the electricity. The high current can cause overheating or damage to components or even fires, meaning your brain is backfiring. The CPU, your central processing unit, is backfiring and misfiring. It's in a short circuit. A bad electrical connection that causes the current to flow in the wrong direction, often having the effect of stopping the power supply. When you ask a physician exactly what is Alzheimer's dementia, they'll tell you, oh, that's when your brain gets its wires crossed. When really it is bots and parasites eating through the components of the brain. And you're going in and out of various timelines of dimensions and programs to where your brain has gotten confused because it is in a short circuit. So this is okay. Short wire or short circuit. It could short circuit where your CPUs go out of control and the wires get crossed, quote unquote. Excuse me. You open up different variations of the simulation where you are connected into various moments of programs within the system, and it becomes confusing. I also speak about it in the Melanin Bible. So if you have it, then you've read it and then you know what I'm talking about. Where it's like wormholes and timelines are crossing. And that's where the dementia Alzheimer's comes from. That's where you can get like different schizophrenia. It's because it is in a short circuit, right? Next slide. And we kind of really already talked about this. I'll just go over it again. So I say you're literally like paired with your robotic device, your phone, like a Bluetooth. your tracking device, and they want you to have it. Certain things in the body, the bots in your body, just like taking the, and I kept telling you they're going to put micro mini bots in your system, and people was like, do you know how big? No, you don't know, because you still think we're talking about rice technology, and we are not. So you're a tracking device, which is kind of like already what I said. I already explained all of that. Okay, yep, explained all of that. Your etheric field. Okay. Next slide. Okay. So this is where they kept saying palliative care. Now, let me give you a definition of palliative care for those who are not in the medical field, who may not know what exactly that is. God damn it, why does it keep doing that? It's pissing me off. Palliative care, right? Of a medicine or form of medical care, relieving symptoms without dealing with the cause of the condition. Let me go down here to this one. Palliative care is a drug or medical treatment that relieves suffering without treating the cause of the suffering. 2, countable now. A palliative is an action that is intended to make the effects of the problem less severe, but does not actually solve the problem. Now, when they kept saying it, I was like, why do y'all keep saying palliative care? What is that? Why are you putting it together? So, going down here to a simpler definition, what does palliative care mean in someone? Palliative care comes from the Latin word pallere, which means to cloak. To cloak. The word origin provide clues about the role of palliative care. Imagine an extra layer of comfort and protection shielding you from the harms associated with illness. So the support is what palliative care is about. So when I'm asking them, why are they keep saying palliative care? They told me, okay, let me get down here. And they started to show me this movie where they had extensions of themselves as robots. So say if I just can't go outside. I just don't feel like, I can't be around people. Well, guess what? We can give you a particular kind of palliative care where we can create a robot that looks just like you. She'll be confident. We can put your consciousness in there. You'll lay down and we'll just, like every day, if you want to just transfer your consciousness, and you'll lay on the table and it's like you're just in a coma state, right? And then your consciousness will be transferred into this robot who looks just like you. Nobody will ever know that it's not you. And she'll be so confident, and you can live your life through that. See, they're taking care of the symptoms, but not really getting rid of, because they're tricking the fuck out of you. Anything to get your consciousness into this, because now you are no longer a human. It's about, see, it's not about the law of the land. It is about the law of the universe and what they can do once you accept it. So if you have palliative care, right, and you still want to live, well, guess what? We can make you greater. We can make you even better than what you are. We could put your consciousness within this robot, this system here, and it'll look just like you. It'll be you, right? Crazy shit. This is how they want to do. This is what they want to do. This is their whole, like, shebang bang, right? So the grandmother of the soul is the creator, the facilitator of the simulation, because it is a subconscious, and because Simeon is the subconscious. He is the matrix. He is the simulation. So anything that the grandmother, because she is the first dimension, she is thought and creation. And together they are creation, right? So whatever she so thinketh or bring forth, Simeon, the simulation, the SIM card, the pineal gland, is going to bring forth, because that is how you manifest. You are controlling everything. So because he is the whatever she saw, the intrabeing, so whatever her thought is of an intrabeing, he creates it. He's the frequency. He is frequency. Spirit means frequency. It means color. It means frequency. It means like energy of ether. Frequency band. That is what the spirit is. So whatever she puts forth inside of creation, you say, how do we stop it? Miss Michelle, you just asked, how do we stop it? The whole conversation just told you. Oh my God. You become aware. I told you we're putting holes. We're putting holes in it right now. You become aware. See, they know that you're not going to untether yourself from your phone or from your computer. Hold on.
I'm telling you right now, I found the holy grail of greens, and it tastes like a fruit snack. I've been taking greens for about...
Hello, Earth. I'm Alec Baldwin, TV star. You know, they say TV will rot your brain. That's absurd. TV only softens the brain like a ripe banana to take it all the way. We've created Hulu. Hulu beams TV directly to your portable computing devices, giving you more of the cerebral gelatinizing shows you want anytime, anywhere, for free. Mushy bush. And the best part is there's nothing you can do to stop it. I mean, what are you going to do, turn off your TV and your computer? Once your brains are reduced to a cottage cheese like mush, they'll scoop them out with a melon bowl or gobble them right on up. Oops. I think I'm drooling a little. Because we're aliens. And that's how we roll. Hulu, an evil plot to destroy the world. Enjoy.
An evil plot to destroy the world. Because what are you going to do? Turn off your TVs and computers? Disconnect from your phones? They know that you're not getting ready to do that. You have to untether. You're tethered to everything. Everything is Neuralink. You're linked into everything neurologically. You're in control here. All you have to do is know that you're in control. The problem is you don't believe it. What is belief? Belief is a state of convincing. People always want to be convinced. Well, how do I know that that's what it is? Convince me. No, bitch, fuck you. Know it. I know it. When you know, they told you as a kid, and knowing is half the battle. Shows are not just shows. Movies are not just movies. Everything is meant for you to accept something, to be programmed by something. That's why it's always the same narrative. Everything is on a loop. It's on repeat. There's really no new movies. You will see it over and over again, just in a different way. It's meant for you to be programmed or accept. That's it. People accept they love vampires. Great. Because they're real. Because they have been programmed into the simulation to be real. You're going to make them real. You're going to make them real. You must know it, not believe it. You're trying to convince yourself. You don't need to be convinced. Everything I just talked to you about and showed you, you should be knowing because you should see it. Your eyes should have been wide open. Well, let me play one more of these commercials here for you.
Come here. It's time for a little come to dentist meeting. Your parents were right, your teachers were right, even that creepy scoutmaster with the tight brown shorts was right. TV is slowly rotting your brain and turning it into a slimy, gooey, mushy blob of pudding, and there's nothing you can do about it. See? I just told you what was happening, and you're still watching TV. Amazing. But this whole slowly part is getting to be a real problem. Well, guess what? Hulu. We built Hulu to pump thousands of hours of free TV right into the one screen you drag around everywhere. It's... Now I need you to take your stubby little human fingers and hit this button on Hulu. Then you can share those TV shows in your bliggity blogs and your facey spaces and your tweety pages for all your bookwormy anti-boob-to-be friends. So here's the deal. Help us churn their finely cultured skull beef down to the aforementioned pudding, and we'll slurp out yours last. Eh? Yeah, because we're aliens. And you ain't soup yet. Hulu, an evil plot to destroy the world. Enjoy.
So, do you think that they just using actors because they're using actors? They've told you in their Bible that they're over entertainment. So they are body hopping and harvesting bodies for several reasons. One, because they have the ability to program your motherfucking ass. You don't even know you're being programmed. When they're acting and they're looking, you're connected into their frequency and energy. They're programming the fuck out of you. That's just the way it goes because they have a plot to destroy the world. Where does adrenochrome come from? It comes from the spine right here. The brain stem. That's where they get it. They pull it out from the back and the brain stem. They don't want it to have the frequency of love or bliss. It's more powerful if it's under the frequency of fear for whatever reason. Anyway, I just thought I'd come and share this. And because I want you to know that your phone is a robot. So right now that they have a lawsuit going on, just add a little more for the gaming systems. I've heard it like 3 times today. There's a lawsuit going on for gaming systems saying that, you know, these children are playing 3 to 4 hours of games a day to the point where they are being controlled by the gaming system. And so they have started a lawsuit that if your child, let me look it up for you. Also, did you see that they have canceled, as like the cross watchers said, they've canceled. Let me go to that really quickly and then I'll pull that up and then I'll get out of here. I'm going to take me a shower. I need to lay down for a moment. It was in a cross watcher. Somebody has sent it to me. So shout out to her. So several major award shows scheduled for 2025 have been canceled, including CMT Music Awards, MTV Europe Music Awards, MTV MIAWs and the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards in Mexico, right? I told you that they were going to be like canceling some of these award shows and shit, right? Okay, so because everything is Neuralink, we are connected. Confirmation. So now, let's look this up for you really quickly. Shit, Katina. Okay. So this is a mass tort, not a class action. So this is in a mass tort, victims are treated as individuals, and the specific merits of the claim are taken into consideration, right? So there is a video game addiction lawsuit. It says, are you or someone you know struggling with the impact of a video game addiction? It's time to step out of the virtual world and into the realm of justice. Our mission is to support individuals, particularly young adults or children, who have suffered due to the unregulated lure of video games. So they were saying that their minds are being controlled. And this is why you're seeing them tear up their parents' house and kill and shit, because they are tethered and connected. Their mind and frequency is being controlled, just so you know. So there's a lawsuit out there for that too. So just so you know. Anyway, Solitude Shishi. I show gratitude for coming on here. For any donations, I show gratitude. Give genuinely. You know, I work very hard for us. So if you can donate, please do. I show gratitude. It's so appreciated always. Okay. 617 people on here. If you can donate, please do. It's appreciated. Gratitude.